Okay, thanks for coming to class. We are going to begin in a laying position with our knees bent and our feet connected. Take a moment, press into the outer blades of your feet, lift up your tailbone, lengthen it forward, and lower it back down. Situate your arms in a comfortable position down to your sides. And dropping into your breath. We'll allow the inhale to fully expand the chest and upper back and spilling down into the abdomen eventually. Abdomen softens and the chest on the exhale. And we fill back in from the top down. When we connect with the breath, it gives us the ability to notice these subtle nuances within our body, both physical and energetically. Stay with your long, equal breaths. And bringing them with you as we introduce some more movement to our practice. Close your legs together as you draw them in towards you. Hands take a hold. Find a nice rock, side to side. And we'll come back to center. Left leg reaches up towards the ceiling, pressing out through the heel, toes turned down to your nose. Right hands, both hands are on your right leg. Lower the straight leg down to the mat, slower than you want to, fully aware as it moves through space and eventually connects to the mat. Stay and breathe here. Left palm lays on top of left thigh. Right arm comes to the inside of your lifted leg. Peace fingers take a hold of your big toe. And straighten this lifted leg as much as you can. Shoulders have a downward energy. Face is soft as your breath remains full. Keep pressing up through your lifted heel. Intention of straightening the leg is there, even if it doesn't happen. Honoring and moving within our limitations. Stay firm with the left hand on the thigh. Outward rotation of the lifted leg as it lowers down to the side. Just as much as you can maintain your left hip connected. Keep breathing deeply. Guide your lifted leg back towards the ceiling. Left peace fingers now grab the big toe, taking this lifted leg across the body as your right arm reaches off to the side. We end up in a twist. Equalize your inhale and exhale, creating space between your right hip and shoulder. Untwist, keeping your right leg in the air, bend your left, draw it in, take a hold with your hands. Fire up this lifted leg. We begin to lower it down slower than we want to. Again, fully aware of this leg in space. When it eventually connects down, stay and breathe, squeezing your left leg in, strong right leg on the mat. Right palm to right thigh. It's there as an anchor and reminder. Left arm comes to the inside of the leg. Peace fingers, grab the big toe. And we straighten the leg up. Listen for the quality of your breath. Firm your right palm down into your thigh. Lifted leg finds an outward rotation and lowers down to the side. Keep that right hip connected. Consciously breathing in and out through your nose. Guide your lifted leg back up, passing it over to the right hand. Peace fingers latch the big toe. Left arm moves down to the side as you arrive in your twist. Left shoulder is heavy, even if it's not connected. Guide your lifted leg back up to the ceiling. Allow the right leg to join. Start to rock the full length of your spine a few times until you move into a tabletop position. In your tabletop, set your hands below your shoulders, knees beneath your hips, and we'll curl the toes under. Feel the natural curves of your spine and hug the abdomen towards your spine. Keep that. Right leg reaches back and up. Feel the bony part of the front hip pointing down. Try to limit any sway as the left arm reaches forward. Gaze is down, back of the neck long. Lower the hand and the knee back to the mat. Recalibrate. Left leg goes back and up. Pointy part of the front hip is facing down. Without much sway, right arm lifts forward and up. Stabilizing on these 2 points of contact. Lower the hand and the knee back to the mat. On the breath now, inhale, right leg, left arm, lift. Exhale, hand and knee connect. Inhale, left leg, right arm lift. Exhale, reconnect. Follow your own breath now. Again, limiting any sway from side to side. Fully aware of these limbs as they move through space. Next time, your left leg and right arm are reaching. Lower them back down to the mat. Step one foot back, followed by the other, arriving in plank. Firm your thighs, drop your tailbone down, and really press the floor away from your shoulders. Shift the weight forward onto your toes, bend your elbows, lower down to the front side of your body with control. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of the feet into your mat. Breathe in, lift your chest, elbows point to the back. Exhale, lower down. Again, breathe in, chest up, core strong. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift your chest, loop your shoulders back and down. Exhale, return to the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale, stay up but firm. Inhale, straighten your arms, lifting your chest, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, roll back. Take a moment to generously bend one leg, then the other. Allow your pedals to diminish, arriving in a still downward facing dog. Drive your hips back and up. Feel some of the weight shift to your legs and feet. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Step your feet to the top of the mat. Lengthen your spine. Fold down into your legs, tucking your chin. Let's rise to stand, leaving your arms down at your sides. When you arrive upright, take a moment to really firm down your feet and distribute the weight equally. Neutralize your pelvis, lifting through the crown of the head, spine is long. Take your arms overhead, looking up, pause. Bring more strength to your legs. Press your shoulders forward and up. Feel the arms elongate. A softness to the knees, hinging at the hips. Fold down into your legs. Forehead draws to the shins. Inner thighs roll back. More strength to your lower abdomen. Maintain. Straighten your arms. Chin up for half lift. Quietly step back, keeping your shoulders over your wrists. We move to plank. Big breath in, firm your legs up. Exhale, bend your elbows, lowering all the way or to hover. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Widen your fingers and toes. Listening for those deep breaths here. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale. Big step to the top of the mat into half lift. Fold, breathe out, curl in. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms go overhead, reach. And stay standing. Lower your arms down to your sides. Just two more. Inhale, lift your arms from the back of the ribs. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, half lift. Quiet step back, take plank. Exhale. Long breath in, feel strong. Exhale, let's bend the elbows, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Settle in. Finding your breath. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, large step to the top of the mat. Find a half lift. Fold, exhale, curling in at the bottom. Inhale, stand up, bring your arms overhead, legs are strong. And stay standing, exhale, arms lower. Last one, breathe in, lift the arms. Fold, long exhale. Lower abdomen lifts. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, find plank. One breath in. Exhale, think of dragging your shoulder blades down the back as you lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breaths through the nose. Even weight between the hands and feet. Bend your knees, look forward. Big step to the top of the mat. Find that half lift. Fold on your exhale. Inhale, stand up. Bring your arms overhead, reaching. And then we lower the arms down to our sides. Let's take a generous bend to the knees. Sink your hips down low and bring your arms overhead. Finding long inhales and exhales, we nourish the body to power up the legs, tone the lower abdomen. Work the strength through your arms. Last inhale. Exhale, straighten your legs, fold down. Inhale, take a half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back about 3 feet, turn the heel in 45 degrees. Soften your front knee, arms go overhead, taking your chest up. A variation of warrior 3. Right hip tucks under. Lengthen the sides of your waist. Now let's straighten the front leg. Begin to lower the arms down and behind, taking a bind. Make fists, bring them together, or hands can come into prayer behind you. Inhale, firm up your thighs, lift your chest. Exhale, tip the hip and fold. Gaze to your big toe. Scoop up your lower abdomen. And listen for the quality sound of your breath flowing in and out. Last inhale breath. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. We step forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot steps back 3 feet, turn the heel in 45 degrees. Set your feet up, soften your front knee, lift your arms overhead, chest comes forward. Notice naturally where the weight lands between your feet. See if you could distribute it a bit evenly. And straighten it into your front leg. Begin to lower your arms behind you. Find your chosen bind. Get set up with your inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale takes you into your fold. Left hip tucks under. Elbows lifting. Last inhale breath. Exhale, hands frame your front foot. Inhale, step forward, half lift. Exhale, fold into your legs. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Inhale, arms go overhead, lifting your chest. We hold. Feet actively pressing down. Feel the firmness up through your thighs. Hips are sinking. Shoulders are lifting. Last inhale breath. Exhale, stand up and lower your arms. Take a 5-foot step back with your right foot. Turn all 10 toes to the long side of the mat. Bring your arms horizontal to the floor. Right toes turn to face the back of the mat. Bend into your knee, finding warrior 2. Again, notice where the weight has landed in your feet, starting to discover your tendencies. and press down equally. Neutral pelvis here. Steady breaths. Straighten into your front leg. Right toes turn to the long side of the mat. Left toes to what we know as the front. Bend the knee, sinking in. Pressing down equally through both your feet. And as much as the feet are rooting down, there's also a sense of energy drawing up through your legs. Without looking at your back hand, we can tell that it's the same height as the shoulder. Straighten your left leg, turn the toes to the long side of the mat. Right toes to the back, bend the knee, sink in. Back palm faces the ceiling. Right forearm to the front thigh. Take that arm overhead with the palm facing down. Stay here, or hand slides down the outside of the foot, perhaps meeting the finger pads, a block. Keep tucking the right hip beneath you. Equalizing your inhales and exhales. Firm equally through both of your feet. Inhale takes you back to warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, we'll straighten that right leg, right toes to the long side, left toes to the short, bend the knee, settle in. Back palm turns to the ceiling, left forearm to front thigh, reaching that opposite arm overhead. Stay, or hand slides down the outside of the leg. Draw your pubic bone towards your navel. Feel that work in the pelvis. Continue to ground through your feet. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Turn the left toes to the long side of the mat and bring your hands down to your waist. Big breath in. Lift your chest up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold. Hands go into your shoulders. Inhale, straighten your arms, chin up. Exhale, hands walk back, moving into your fold. Connect with your feet again. Still equal distribution. Walk your hands under your shoulders. Big breath in, straighten your arms, chin up. Exhale. Hands to the waist, heavy coccyx. Inhale to stand up. Exhale when upright. Heel toe your feet a bit closer together so they're about 3 feet. Right toes turn to the short side of the mat. Arms float back out parallel to the floor. Now kick your hips back as you reach forward with that right arm, and then eventually stacking your shoulders as we move into Trikonasana, or triangle posture. Firming equally up through both legs. Crown of the head lengthening away from the tailbone. Keep pressing down into the feet. Rise up on your inhale. Exhale, right toes to the long side, left toes to the back. Kick the hips back, reach forward with that left arm, and then moving into Trikonasana. Strong legs. Lengthening the bottom side of your waist. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, takes you upright. Exhale, left toes to the long side. So bring the right toes to face the short side of the mat. Keep your arms out horizontal and turn your chest forward. Feel that squaring of your hips. And the left arm is going to come across that front leg, working into revolved triangle. The intention now of the right hip tucking under is there. Every exhale's helping this twist. Look down to find balance. Inhale takes you upright. Right toes to the long side, left toes to the short. Allow the chest to turn. Move in to the twist. Firm up your legs. Scoop up your lower abdomen. Maintaining connection with your breath. Look down for balance. Inhale takes you upright, turning the toes to the long side of the mat and lower your hands onto your hips. Turn your heels in and your toes out, and then heel toe them a little bit closer so now they're hip width apart. Begin to bend your knees, settling your hips down. Hands will come down to the floor for a bit of support to start. Find a heaviness in your tailbone and lengthen your spine. Right arm meets right inner leg. Take the fingers off to the side in a diagonal line and look down at them. Left arm reaches up. Feel a nice twist come through the trunk. Top hand lowers down. Finger pads connect. And the arm and the leg meet now on the left side. Keep looking down to the fingers as the right arm reaches up and away. Propriocepting the body. We can feel the diagonal line with the arms. The chest twisting open. Good. Untwist. Take your hands together at your chest. Stay for 3 breaths. Focus on the length of the spine. Hugging the inner thighs against your arms, creating strength. Lower your finger pads down, lift your hips, heel toe your feet back under your hips and rise to stand. Step back to the top of the mat. Placing your hands on your waist. Weight moves into your left foot as the right knee bends and comes up. Right hand to the inside of the leg, peace fingers to big toes. And stretching that lifted leg out. Finding your balance. Lifted leg travels off to the right side, working that outward rotation. Take your leg back forward. Release the foot, but keep it up. Hand finds the waist. We point the toe and hold. Firm your thighs. Locate your breath. Lower the lifted foot down to the mat. Take a moment. Feel the sensation subside through that strong left leg. Weight shifts to the right foot. Left knee bends and draws up. Left hand to the inside of the leg. Peace fingers to the big toe. And we extend that leg forward. Lifted leg traveling off to the left side, working the outward rotation. Equal breaths. Lifted leg comes back forward. Keep it up. Return the hand to the waist. Point the toe. Hold. Firm your thighs by drawing your kneecaps up. Elbows point back. Chest is lifting. Lower the lifted foot down. Arms return to your sides. Feel the sensations dissipate. Inhale. Arms lift overhead. Reach. Exhale. Long fold, curling into your legs at the bottom. Inhale. Half lift. Exhale. Step back. Find plank. One breath in here. Exhale lowers you all the way down onto the front side of your body. Arms reach behind you. Connect your fingernails. Toes untucked. Pressing the tops of the feet down so the kneecaps lift. On your breath in, take your chest and your legs to lift and hold. Lift your shoulders. Firm the lower abdomen. Equal breaths. Last breath in. Exhale, return to the mat. Long inhale. Long exhale. Firm the legs and core. Inhale takes the chest and legs up. Let's bend the elbows. Place the hands by the waistline. Elbows are pointing back. Legs are strong, lifting from your inner thigh line. See what it feels like to energetically drag the hands towards the back of your mat. Chest stays up. Inhale. Exhale, just the tops of the feet connect. Inhale, straighten your arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Step or jump through to a seated position. Take your legs out in front. Press out through your heels, turning your toes to the ceiling. Dandasana. Hands down by the hips, fingers forward. Hug your upper arms in. Slight tuck of the chin. Lengthening the spine. Bring more scooping action into your lower abdomen. Feel the lift that comes along with it. Moving into a fold, hinge at your hips, hands walk down the outer edges of your legs, taking a hold of what you can, and eventually curling in at the bottom. Keep that same lift in your lower abdomen here. Keep a hold of what you have. Inhale, straighten your arms and lift your chin. Exhale. Inhale brings your body upright. You're going to bend your right knee, place the sole of the foot to the mat, and twist towards this lifted leg. Elbow pit to the front of the knee, or outer arm hooks outer leg. If the bind is in your practice, you can wrap that arm around and connect the opposite fingers. Everyone's hips are pressing down. Every exhale, moving you into your twist. Untwisting with control. The right leg stretches out and the left knee bends. Twist towards your lifted leg, taking any of the options. Sit bones, grounding. Bent leg is assisting as in the twist, slightly pressing out. Untwist with control. Find your way onto your back. Knees bent, feet connected. We'll take it into figure 4 on the right side, connecting the outer ankle to the top of the left thigh. Welcome both of your legs in towards you, keeping your shoulders connected. Pausing where you meet resistance. Option to interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. Right elbow guiding right leg forward. Release, allow your feet to find the mat and pause. Figure 4 on the left side. Connect the outer ankle, top of right thigh. Draw your legs in together, shoulders stay connected. Option to take a hold of your right thigh. Release, connect your feet to the mat. Pause. And piece by piece, laying your limbs down. Refine your position, optimizing comfort. And take some deeper breaths, inflating your rib cage, allowing the remnants to spill into the abdomen and lower back, allowing the breath to move out. Feeling the richness and fullness of these breaths. And stay with these deeper breaths, noticing that they're diminishing over time. Eventually returning back to the natural ebb and flow. Stay as long as you can on the comfort of your mat. And I thank you for coming to share a piece of your practice with me.